Hey guys, we're back. Most people assume a brand new home has zero problems, but it's not true anymore. Inspectors are finding serious defects in newly built homes all over the country. Many of them aren't obvious until you move in.
A home is one of the biggest investments most people will ever make. And the last thing you want is a hidden problem costing you thousands. Okay, today we're breaking down the actual reason new homes fail inspections. Believe it or not, they do. Not builder hype, but real construction science and inspector findings.
The first big issue, we're going to have poor quality control and rushed building. Builders are under a lot of pressure to deliver homes fast. The speed becomes a priority. Mistakes can happen. It's especially true in booming states like ours, Florida, where construction is just exploding and oversight just isn't keeping up. In a perfect world, each phase of construction gets checked by trained professionals. But when crews are rushed, details are missed. Even something as simple as not letting concrete cure long enough, that can weaken your foundation later on. That's a problem which we've come across before.
We've definitely seen with different clients and our own builds.
In our own, yes.
Well, what inspectors actually find, and these are like specific things, right? With structural foundation problems, inspectors find things like cracks in the foundation or framing that isn't straight, believe it or not.
Happens a lot.
These aren't cosmetic. A shifting foundation can lead to doors and windows basically not closing or cracks in the wall and future costly repairs. Very costly repairs.
So we're going to go shift from foundation problems to plumbing problems.
Yep, those two.
So plumbing issues, you usually ignore these until you have water damage behind a wall. So leaks can start from something as simple as pipes not being attached securely or installed at wrong angles, and that means the water does not drain correctly. Many times, inspectors are coming across valves or traps that don't close correctly. What about faucets that are not tight enough? Inadequate water pressure comes up a lot.
That does.
Improperly installed water heaters. So what happens with all of that? Water gets behind the walls, which equals mold. Slow drains have future clogs and poor insulation, water stains, and rot.
Yep.
Lots of that.
Yep. Now, moving on to electrical and safety issues. Electrical is a big ticket item here. Electrical mistakes are safety hazards. They can even be fire risks. So things like outlets not wired right or a lack of safety outlets near water are common, believe it or not. Wires should be tight and grounded. GFCI outlets near water, like kitchens or bathrooms, are required for safety. Some of the usual problems are maybe outlets that don't work properly.
Happens a lot.
Yep. Incorrect wiring in the system. Unsecured wires or open electrical junction boxes. No GFCI outlets in wet places. That's a big one. The National Fire Protection Association reports that many house fires are caused by incorrect wiring, something that could have been avoided. So it's essential to address these issues from the very start.
Listen, we know these topics are boring when you're building a house. These are
so important.
Right. So I hope you're getting your pen and paper, writing all these down, checking these things out.
Yeah.
Because we're moving right along. We're just going to move to HVAC and comfort problems. Okay. So these are your comfort issues. What about when your heating and cooling system doesn't work right? Okay. It may not be installed right. It could be the wrong size. You could have leaky ducts. You're going to pay more in energy bills and you never feel comfortable. You're always cold. Like me, I'm always cold. So again, hire an inspector. We see units that are too big, too small, not properly sealed. You have a voice. Use it. You have a right. Use that also. An HVAC system can be checked for several things during inspections, such as correct setup and exhaust removal, functional thermostats, and ensuring that there are enough air vents and outlets in place for your size of house.
Right.
Big things.
Now, another item that's very important here in Florida is poor grading and water drainage. Believe it or not, water, rain is one of the biggest threats to your home. And we get a lot of that, especially over the summer here in Florida, the rainy season. If the yard doesn't slope away from the foundation, you can have leaks and cracks. Nobody wants that.
Nope.
A home needs positive grading, which means water flows away, not towards your house. And we've seen a lot of that.
Yes, we showed a house where you could literally sail a boat down the backyard in the drainage. So drainage is important. And again, use your voice.
Right.
You are allowed to voice your concerns with your property.
And just be aware of these issues, I think, is another big thing.
So why in the world aren't city builder inspectors catching all of these things? You would think they would, right? But the biggest thing to understand is municipal inspections check for minimum code compliance, not quality control. So they are doing their job.
Right.
Their job does not cover all of these items. They're going to make sure the basic standards are met, but not necessarily catch the details that are going to cause future problems for you guys. So improper roof installation, you could be missing a few nails, poorly installed flashing. It might not be seen at first, but there's going to be a leak over time and you're going to see it. We just had that in a 1-year-old house where the roof was completely installed wrong. Had to pay for a brand new roof. HVAC systems have shortcuts too. The ducts aren't installed properly. They're not sealed. The units aren't sized correctly. This happens a lot. Poor airflow design. It affects your energy and your comfort, which we talked about. You can have electrical problems. What about loose outlets? Overloaded circuits, incomplete grounding on some of these items. This is all found in brand new homes. Every single one of these.
And the list goes on.
The list goes on.
So what about plumbing defects? That's a big one, like leaky pipes or improperly sloped drains, which is a big one.
Yep.
Or fixtures that aren't really sealed properly. Remember that minor leaks can cause bigger problems in the future. Think mold.
Mold, yes.
Nobody wants to think mold,
Nobody
but
wants
think mold. Because it gets very hot and humid here too.
Yes.
So that just adds to it. There's insulation gaps. Even the small missed spot in the walls or attic, insulation can be problematic. It can lead to energy loss and higher utility bills. There's structural concerns. In some cases, there can be uneven flooring, poor framing, or signs of settlement in the foundation. It might be ignorable, but in the future, these can turn into major structural concerns. There could be cosmetic issues, like paint drips on your floors even, cracked grout, poorly aligned cabinets, or scratches on the flooring. These might not affect safety, but when you're paying for a finished product, you deserve quality.
Yep.
Most building inspectors are focused on safety and code, like Heather said, rather than craftsmanship and longevity.
And that's what they're supposed to be focused on.
Yeah.
Safety and code. So builders can cut corners, but it doesn't always mean doing something illegal. It can just mean skipping steps or rushing work. Remember, houses are built by people. So some examples could be skipping phase inspections like a foundation. So have a foundation inspector. That's an inspector assesses the home's surface preparation and evaluates the sewer and drain lines before you pour the slab. A pre-drywall inspection. This happens before the builder installs the insulation and drywall and closes the walls. This is the best time to inspect the wiring and the plumbing and the roof structure frame and duct insulation because they're all exposed. Best time to take videos also. And what about your final inspection?
That's a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one. Happens right before you close. The inspector checks electrical, plumbing, doors, windows, roof. What about piping that's not secured? Could equal feature leaks, incorrect HVAC sizing, rooms not heating and cooling. We always have that one room that's too hot or too cold. Everybody does. The incorrect slope of the yard, which is going to create water pooling. Missing weatherproof seals, which is going to create roof leaks and mold, what we talked about. What we're saying is not to scare you. It actually happens. So we're going to pop up on the screen some real stories. The first one's about an attorney general who opens an investigation after 30 complaints about new home defects. Another one's about homeowners that find defects months after closing. These happen. We're trying to warn you so they don't happen to you.
What can you do as a buyer? Here's the reality. An independent inspection is your best protection. We say it all the time, even on a brand new home.
Yep.
A phase inspection during construction catches problems before walls are closed up. As we mentioned earlier, a final inspection shouldn't be the only one that you do.
Don't skip them.
No, don't. It's very, very important, and we walk you through the entire process. Don't assume a new home is perfect just because it's new. Learn what to look for and protect your investment. Comment below if you've seen issues in a new home or want us to walk you through common inspection checklists. Share this video with somebody you know is building a new home. We are always happy to help. We're always here to answer questions. Drop us a comment. We'd love to hear what your thoughts are.